Schools aren't teaching your kids how to think. They're teaching them how to obey. For over a century, the education system has been designed with one goal in mind: to create obedient workers, not independent, critical thinkers. Think about it. Why do schools focus more on memorization and standardized tests than creativity, problem-solving, or financial literacy? Why are kids taught to follow rules blindly instead of questioning authority? Today, we're exposing the shocking truth about how the education system is failing your children, and why it's doing it on purpose. But to understand how we got here, we need to go back to the origins of modern education. And trust me, it's not what you think. Let's rewind to the early 20th century. The modern education system wasn't designed by educators or philosophers. It was designed by industrialists. People like John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie funded the creation of public schools to serve one purpose: to train factory workers. Kids were taught to sit in rows, follow bells, and obey instructions without question. Sound familiar? That's because not much has changed since then. In fact, John D. Rockefeller himself said, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." And that's exactly what the system delivers. Studies show that over 70% of students feel disengaged in school, and only 14% of teachers believe schools are preparing kids for the real world. But here's the kicker. This isn't an accident. It's by design. Fast forward to today, and the system is worse than ever. Kids are drowning in standardized tests, but they're not learning how to manage money, start a business, or think critically. Instead, they're being programmed to fit into a broken system that values conformity over creativity. And the results are devastating. So, what happens when we raise a generation of obedient workers instead of critical thinkers? We get a society that's easy to control, a society that doesn't question authority, challenge the status quo, or fight for change. We get adults who are stuck in dead-end jobs, drowning in debt, and waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. Is that the future you want for your kids? But here's the good news. You don't have to play by their rules. There are alternatives. Homeschooling, unschooling, and alternative education models are on the rise, and they're proving that kids can thrive when they're allowed to think for themselves. It's time to take back control of your child's education and teach them the skills they really need, like critical thinking, creativity, and financial independence. The time to act is now. Don't wait for the system to change. Be the change, because your child's future is too important to leave in the hands of a system that's designed to fail them.